Hello all, very good morning. In today's topic, I would like to discuss you regarding National Mental Health Program. So coming to this topic, National Mental Health Program, it was also coined as NMHP. So if you see, it was introduced in the year, means it was launched in the year 1982 by the Government of India. So the Government of India, it has seen the heavy burden of the mental illness in the community, and there was inadequate mental health care infrastructure which is there in the society. So based on the need, based on the requirement of the society, the Indian government has decided to launch this National Mental Health Program, and it was launched in the year 1982. So coming to the definition of the mental health, it was given by the WHO. So mental health, it is a state of well-being in which an individual realize his or her own abilities, can cope up with the normal stress of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. So this is the mental health. What is the mental health? So it is a state of well-being in which an individual, he is able to realize or recognize his abilities to cope up with the stress which is coming to him, and productively, and he is making a contribution to its community. So it is termed as a mental health by the WHO. Then what is mental illness? So a person who is unable to cope up with the situations, a person who is unable to cope up with the stress in his life, and who is unable to work productively, or who is unable to make contribution to his community. So if you see the definition here, a mental illness is a medical condition that disrupts person's thinking, means he is unable to think properly, feeling, mood, ability to release to others, and daily functioning, means mainly he is unable to, his mental ability was disrupted here. He is unable to think, he is unable to feel, he is unable to have a great mood, his ability to realize towards other is gone. So mental illness are medical condition that often result in the diminished capacity for coping with the ordinary demands of life. That's what we have said. So a person who is unable to cope up with the ordinary needs of his life, there we can term it as a mental illness. We can term it as a, yes. Coming to the magnitude of the problems here. So if you see the India studies, so during the last decades, they have shown about 2 to 3% of the population, about 2 to 3% of the population, they are suffering from this seriously capacitating mental disorder because of this epilepsy. And if you see, about 10 to 15% of the population, they suffer from other emotional disorder in physical disorder. So mainly about 2 to 3% of them are suffering with the mental disorder of epilepsy, and about 10 to 15% they are suffering with the emotional disorder of physical disorder. Coming to the aim of this National Mental Health Program. So what is the aim? Prevent and treatment of mental neurological disorder and their associated disabilities. So they are mainly concentrating on preventing the mental as well as neurological disorders and their associated disabilities. And next one is use of mental health technology to improve the general health services. So they want to use the technology which is available for this mental health, and they want to use it in the general health services. Next thing is application of mental health principles in total national development to improve the quality of the life. Mainly they want to apply the principles of this mental health that will improve the total development of the quality of life here. So what are all the objectives of this NMHP here? Mainly to provide mental health care facility to every class of the specified population, and mainly the persons who are in need, they should get the mental health program, means this National Mental Health Program facilities. And next thing is use of knowledge of mental health in the care of general health and social development. Mainly they want to use them in the mental health as well as in the social development, and they want to use it in the, they want to increase the participation of the community, and they want to encourage the effort towards the self-help in the community. Mainly they want to increase the participation of the community for the development of these mental health services. Next thing is to select essential elements for mental health care. Mainly they want to select the whatever the required elements they should be select for the mental health care, and to distribute all the available sources of mental health services on equal basis without any kind of bias. So they want to distribute all the available resources to the mental health services. So what are all the components here? Mainly the training program of all workers in the mental health team. So everybody should be trained in a proper manner, mainly from the identified nodal institute in the state, and they want to educate the public regarding the mental health, and they want to increase awareness regarding these mental health issues, and also they want to detect as early as possible, and they want to treat the patient as early as possible where there is outpatient service and the inpatient services are provided. Next thing is they want to provide valuable data and experience at the community level to the state and the center of the future planning. Mainly it will help in the improvement of the service as well as the research. So these are the components here. So what are the team here? The team of workers at the district under the program of this NMH National Mental Health Program are psychiatrist, clinical psychologist, psychiatric social worker, and we have a community nurse, we have a program manager, we have a case registry assistant, and we have a record keeper. So this is the team for this NMHM at the district level. So coming to the level of NMHP, so it is mainly including three types of level, three types of sub programs are there: treatment sub program, rehabilitation sub program, and prevention sub program. So if you see the treatment, it is at the village level, at primary healthcare level, and at district level. So we have seen the workers at the district level here. Next one is rehabilitation sub program and prevention sub program. Coming to the organization, so we have three types of organization: tertiary care institution, mental hospital, and supportive organization. So what are the signs of a mentally ill person? So what are the warning signs? We'll see here. If it is in young children, so there will be changes in the school performance, means their performance in the school will come down. So there will be decreased performance in the school, and they will have poor grades. Even though they are keeping strong efforts, means the students will study for hours to hours, but still they might get the poor grades. So next one is changes in sleeping and eating habits. So we can observe proper changes in the sleeping pattern as well as the eating pattern, and we can observe the hyperactivity, means they will react in an abnormal manner. And next one is frequent temper tantrums, means if you say anything, these people will have temper tantrums, means they are very irritative in nature. So these are some warning signs in the young children. So in older children and preschool adolescents, so what are the warning signs in the older children and preschool adolescents? Mainly they will be substance use, so they are unable to cope up with the problem and their daily activities. There will be changes in the sleeping and eating pattern, and you can observe excessive complaint of the physical alignment, and there will be changes in the ability to manage responsibilities at home and even at school, and prolonged negative mood and often accompanied by poor appetite and thoughts of death. So you can observe sleeping changes, eating changes, there will be excessive complaint in the physical alignment, and they will be not able to manage responsibilities at home or even at school. Their appetite will be lost, and there will be more suicidal thoughts in their life. So these are the signs that you can observe in the older children and preschool adolescents. So what are the signs in the adults and young adults? So you can observe confused thinking, there will be prolonged depression, and they will feel extremely high and low, means you can observe they will be like excited at one period and extremely they will come down at one period, and there will be fear and anxiety. You can observe the social withdrawal. So these people, they are not willing to talk to the others. They will always limit themselves to the isolation, means they will stay away from the people, and you can observe dramatic changes which were in eating as well as in the sleeping, and you will see the strong feeling of anger in these young adults and young children, and you can observe there will be thoughts of the delusion also, means strong thoughts will be there, and the seeing and hearing of things, like they will say like something is going on, like hallucinations, they will have the suicidal thoughts. So these are the signs and symptoms that you can observe in the adults and young adults. So what are the roles and responsibilities of a mental health nurse, or what are the services which are provided by this mental health National Mental Health Program? So first one is understand the characteristics of the mentally healthy person and differentiate between the abnormal form and the normal form of the person in the community. Mainly it is your responsibility, or it is our responsibility as a nurse to differentiate between the nurse as well as the good healthy, to differentiate between the ill person and the mentally ill person and a mentally healthy person. Next one is identified, and you have to refer and follow up the mentally ill person in the community. Whenever you are identifying a case, it is your responsibility to follow up that mentally ill person and to refer him to the appropriate hospital. Next thing is provide first aid during the emergencies. Whenever there is an emergency, it is our responsibility to provide the first aid care. Next one is assist and coordinate the activities related to the care of mentally ill in the community health center. And the next thing is conduct mental health education to the patient and their family members. In continuation of the roles and responsibilities, you have to provide training to the health worker who are working in the mental health care. Proper supervision must be there, and it is our responsibility to monitor the activities of a health worker who are working in the mental health care. And you have to participate in different types of therapy which were used in the treating the mentally ill patients. And you have to, it is your duty as a nurse, it is your duty to assist the medical officer and coordinate the progress of activity which is related to this national mental health program. And it is our responsibility to organize and to coordinate the rehabilitation activity for mentally ill and the community persons. So these are some roles and responsibilities. So this is regarding the national mental health program. So if you have any queries, you can contact me through my WhatsApp and through my email, or you can in the comment box. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.